But now I want to talk some movies, guys. What I'm going to do is discuss November 2024 movie recap. I watched 20 films, guys, and I want to talk about each one, break them down for you. The first film I watched in November 2nd, rewatched The Matrix, probably like the eighth or ninth time I've seen this movie. Absolutely perfect film, guys. It does so many genres. That's one reason why I like it a lot. Sci-fi, action, horror, noir, martial arts, thriller, suspense. It's so many genres, guys. It's so good, and the crew worked so hard, man. Sparring and preparing for months on end, and the fight choreography was by Win Wu Ping. If you guys been following me for a while, he's one of the most iconic um, fight choreographers, martial arts choreographers in the game. He was in Hong Kong in the 80s, 90s during the golden ages. Directed too, guys, and he was involved in this film. But yeah, dude, it's fucking intense. I love it. The Matrix, 5 stars out of 5. And what else can I say that's already been said, guys? We all love The Matrix around here. So I watched. I kind of blew it, guys. November is Noir-vember. You're supposed to watch a few noir movies. I think this is the only freaking true noir I watched. Black and white film from 1944. This has a very good mystery behind it, guys. I think it's very well shot. And you've got Dana Andrews, Gene Tierney. Vincent Price is also in this, young Vincent Price, guys. But I really like the story. I really like the plot. Acting is solid. If you guys need a noir, watch Laura from 1944. That song's stuck in my head. Alright, guys, I've been rewatching the Resident Evil movies. I was shitting on these forever. I went into them hating them, but this go around, I've liked them all, dude. They're good fun. Resident Evil Retribution, 4 stars out of 5. This is Paul W. Sanders' best Resident Evil movie. Hey, what's up, Patrick's? Patrick's in the chat. Vincent Price is a G, man. Um, I like the movie where he murders his critics, people that have talked shit about him. He like murders them one by one in cool ways. But yes, dude, I'm telling you, Retribution's like Paul W. S. Anderson, the director, is showing off in this one. He is having a good time, having fun with the camera, the fight choreography, and he does a great job, man. I like the way the film looks. Sienna Gilroy as Jill Valentine, she's so fine. She comes back in this one, but this is the most entertaining one for me, and it's not as stupid and goofy as the other entries. But hey, man, it's a good zombie movie. I liked it. 4 out of 5, guys. The Guest. So, not really a home invasion movie, but it kind of feels like one. Directed by Adam Wingard. Really good thriller, guys. 3.5 stars out of 5. My friend Patrick's Raiders is Dan Stevens. Really likes Sky. Good actor. And Micah Monroe, she was in Longlegs this year. She does a solid job. But this has another solid kind of mystery behind it. You don't know what to think. I didn't know where the plot was going to go, and it really kept me involved. And the movie starts at a slow creep, guys. Really takes off in the middle, and it doesn't let up in that second half. I enjoyed The Guest from 2014. Great, kind of horror vibes too, but mostly a thriller. The X-Files from 1998. I remember seeing this in theaters, y'all. I watched this in theaters. I was there day one with the whole family, long line, and they played it safe. This is a very easy to watch. They didn't really take chances. Dude, the aliens has like this translucent freaking body, dude. Really fucked up looking and cool. I really like that part. It's PG-13, so they didn't go off with the body horror. But hey, man, they did a lot with what they had. You know, late 90s, Gillian Anderson, so fine. That kiss scene, though, man, I'm telling you, that theater was going wild, and they were like, oh, fuck, like the bee got her. and they didn't really fully embrace. But hey, man, it was a great moment and solid, dude. Good little story. Nothing too exquisite about it, but it's a solid entry. All right, I watched my first Iranian film, A Separation, 4.5 stars out of 5. And I love movies that really dive deep into like the middle, lower class and seeing the just the problems they face in daily life and see how people get along. Are they rifting, fighting with each other? But yeah, man, great leads, great acting across the board. It's really, I think the camera work's well done. The movie looks great, and it's kind of there's a plot. There's actually a mini plot twist, and you don't know who to trust. You don't know who's telling the truth. So you're feeling for this guy, you're feeling for this person, but maybe not this one. But then it's like, oh wait, maybe this is not how it seems. And pretty great drama thriller right here, guys. Um, I had never seen an Iranian film, but 4.5 stars out of 5. Great watch, guys. A Separation. Conclave. I saw this in theaters. You know, we all hated the United States elections, right? Well, why don't y'all watch Conclave and check out the Pope elections, man? Watch this instead. It came out around the same time as the elections. They knew what they were doing. Ray Fiennes, Ralph Fiennes, Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow, Isabella Rossellini. So you've got four good names there. This is a movie, guys, you just kind of sit back and watch the actors do their thing. You just kind of bask and enjoy what all the actors are cooking up, you know? Because it's really dialogue heavy. And there's a shocking moment or two, a few shocking reveals. But it's a little slow, but that's fine. It's pretty. I wouldn't say swift, but I wasn't worried about the 2 hour runtime. So 3.5 stars out of 5. Might crack my top 2024 films when all said is done. Yeah, Pat, look into Conclave, man. All right, The Matrix Resurrections. Oh my God, I saw this in theaters when it came out, and I gave it 3 out of 5. My girlfriend were like walked out, and we're like, all right, you know, let's whatever. But dude, we watched it this time because we were really curious. It's like, wait, were we tripping? 1 star out of 5. We were like, dude, we're just watching the first trilogy. They're just redoing all the scenes, all the dialogue. They even have the movie playing in the background sometimes, or they cut the movie into this movie. And the fight choreography is just pretty poor. The action sequences are not memorable. And people are like, well, it's meta, you know, they're just kind of poking fun at the previous three. You're not getting it. Nah, dude, we were completely unhappy. And it's like, Wachowski didn't really want to do this. And, you know, we're supposed to feel sorry for them, like, coming back. It's like, nah, dude, they're making money off this too, dude. So it's like, I don't really care. But, oh, God, it was so annoying when that Frenchman came back and he's just screaming. 1 star, guys. We were just mad finishing that movie. But all right, yeah, the lack of Lawrence Fishburne is felt, man, for sure. Rewatched T2 Judgment Day, guys. James Cameron from 1991. 5 stars out of 5. One of the greatest sequels of all time, guys. Schwarzenegger's back. Linda Hamilton's back. Furlong, as a teenage kid actor, he actually does a solid job. Robert Patrick, one of the best villains ever, man. Great performance, man. Crazy. Just the way he stares into your soul, it's fucking nuts. I like seeing Joe Morton around. Xander Berkeley, he plays a great death. Like in Candyman and this one, the way he gets fucking off, dude. He plays it a good dead guy. But what else can I say that's already been said, man? Action stunts, crazy good, and memorable lines, memorable villains, memorable protagonists, heroes, the set pieces, like the sound design. Jeez, man, the sound design's really good, and good story overall. So 5 stars out of 5, guys. The Net. I watched The Net. This is kind of a comfort movie for me. I grew up with it, watching it with the family. This is just. I gave it the minimum recommendation score, 3 out of 5. It is the most all right movie of all time, almost. It's just everything about it is all right. You know, it's it could be more thrilling, but it's just enough thrilling. Has just enough thrills. But man, it just makes me warm and comfortable. Mid 90s, the computers, the internet's coming out, and just seeing all the little technology, like how she's ordering a pizza, um, and just all the little programs she's using. And she's on the run, man. I like when you're on the run from evil, the police, and just like evil people. But just seeing her trying to survive on the run's fun. And Jeremy Northam, man, English fellow, I believe, he plays a pretty good villain as Jack Devlin. I don't really care for Dennis Miller. I haven't met somebody that cares for Dennis Miller. Have you? But oh yeah, Sandra Bullock, man, she has a good scene where she's crying on the phone. She does it all, man. A little bit of action, drama. Maybe I think she has a couple comedy bits in there, but she's hot too in that one. Payback. I kind of grew up with this one too. I watched this a little too young, but this is kind of a neo noir crime, basically a crime neo noir. 3.5 stars out of 5. I really like the blue hue tint to it. It a lot of 80s Hong Kong movies have this blue hue to it, so I definitely like what they were doing here. Bragan Helgeland was the director. He wrote one of my favorite films of all time, L.A. Confidential. So definitely wanted to revisit this one. Um, the female characters are they're poorly written, guys. So if you have a feminist is not going to like this movie, the way they treat them and just their dialogue. They're just there to be there. But hey, man, Bill Duke's in this. David Paymer, Mel Gibson, William Devane. He was big in the 70s, I believe. Chris Christopherson. He plays the head mob boss. And yeah, dude, it's gritty. It's violent at times, and you're kind of rooting for the bad guy, kind of thing. So I need to see. There's a director's cut, dude, because I heard Gibson and crew and others didn't really like this. I think he was kind of a rookie director at the time. They didn't really like what he was doing, so they kind of butchered his cut. So I watched the theatrical one, but I want to see the director's cut, man. I heard it's a lot different. So, all right, guys, I love some Jean Claude Van Damme action movies. I got this one for like $1 from this random thrift store in a small town in Texas. Ringo Lam is a big time Hong Kong director, guys, so he directed this one. Had to check it out, but it was pretty underwhelming. 2.5 stars out of 5. There's some so bad it's good dialogue, and just the story, man. It tries to be deep, but it's really not. And like his wife is like reincarnated as a bug and like tries to fucking talk to him. It's really some bizarre moments, I will say, but there's like he's in Russia, dude, and there's like inmates that are like black. One of the wardens is like or guards is like Latino. It's like what is going on? What kind of casting is this? But the fighting's okay and the thrills just aren't there, guys. But if you're into John Claude Van Damme, you want a prison drama thriller action maybe check out. You might like it more than I did, but I can't recommend it. Terminator Dark Fate, 3 stars out of 5. Recommend. Guys, when this movie is peaking, when it's high up there, I'm talking like you're like, oh shit, like it's the peaks are peak. It really the highs really slap, if that makes sense. But everything else about it's all right. But hey, man, I really had fun. They try to do callbacks. That's really pissing me off with like Alien Romulus, but I find that pretty corny. But I like Mackenzie Davis as Grace and the new Terminator, the Rev 9. I didn't really understand how his physics worked and like what his capabilities were, but I thought it was action packed, man. When the action's hitting, it's hitting. So recommend. And I didn't feel anything at the end. I won't spoil much, but Goodfellas, guys. Probably like my 10th watch. God knows how many times I've watched this. 5 stars out of 5, guys. I took like 20, 30 screenshots of this movie. The color palettes are so good, guys. I love the way this film looks. The cinematography's awesome. But man, I spotted a jack-o'-lantern. You can look at my Twitter page. I posted screenshots, and there's a little jack-o'-lantern hiding. It's in view, but it's kind of hidden. But it's underneath Henry's and Karen's wedding photo. I thought that was a real cool touch. Just little details I picked up this watch. But all-time performances by Pesci, Liotta, De Niro, Bracco, and even Paul Sorvino's good as the mob boss. But just freaking one of the best intros. As long as I know I want to be a gangster, and then the music hits, it's like wow, you're into it from minute one, guys. Must watch masterpiece. And we're gonna move on to Total Recall. This is only my second viewing, and I had to give it 5 stars, guys. I love stories that are kind of ambiguous. People are cooking up all kinds of ideas on what the story is, what's real. Is it just a fantasy? But you can think of it as whatever you want and not be wrong, guys. That's why I really like this movie. Paul Verhoeven, the director, is becoming one of my favorite directors, man. Sharon Stone, Rachel Ticotin, can't really, might have butchered that, but they're as hot as can be, man. Probably Sharon Stone's best look, honestly. Can you imagine if Cynthia Rothrock was Sharon Stone, dude? She should have been, because she gets some action bits. Not saying she was bad, she was fine. One of Arnold Schwarzenegger's better acting bits, one of my favorite acting roles, actually. And Michael Ironside, he was in Starship Troopers, man. Great villain, menacing, and yeah, dude, I love the sets. I love the colors in this. The action, the blood squibs are gnarly, just kind of like RoboCop, you know. And yeah, just exciting sci-fi action movie, guys. Go back. All right, so I was on a Martin Scorsese tip in a little bit, so I had to revisit The Departed because I'm like, man, as a when it came out as a younger adult, I was like, you know, we all love the Boston accents and like Jack Nicholson going off and Wahlberg and well, I'll tell you this, man. I didn't really like Mark Wahlberg too much. Um, his shtick, I guess I still laughed on some of his parts, him and Alec Baldwin, but it's like, I'm not. It doesn't slap as much as it when I first saw it. Yeah, you got like his one-liners and stuff, but it's whatever. DiCaprio was okay. I'm not crazy about his acting. Damon was probably better, just 'cause like, just that like cold-hearted, villainous, do anything to get ahead kind of person. You know, I think he did play that pretty well. Nicholson, not as one of his best roles, but he was good. That rat face, dude, that's an all-time moment. My favorite's probably Mr. French by Ray Winstone, dude. When he eats it, oh, I just kind of let it go there. But man, it's a 2006 movie. I'll just fucking spoil it anyways. When he's like, "Fuck it," he's just he just fucking blows his brains out. It hits so hard. But hey, man, it's still edited by Thelma Schoonmaker, and it's still shot by Michael Ballhaus, two longtime Scorsese. Schoonmaker's editor, Bauhaus cinematographer. It's not consistent, but it's still edited, impressive editing at times, and the movie still looks good. And yeah, just had to rate it a little lower this time. Panic Room, I haven't seen this since it came out. I was really curious. Hey man, home invasion movies. That's my shit. I love home invasion movies. 4 stars out of 5. Directed by David Fincher, and it's a very simple presence, man. Got your home got invaded. You shack up in this panic room that has like inches of steel around you, and like you're safe. And they're trying to break in, man. They want some money in there, some treasure, and they're just fighting back and forth, guys. And it's not very Home Alone-y. It's its own thing, dude. So very straight to the point plot story. It sadly has Jared Leto in it, but Dwight Yoakam, Forrest Whitaker as the villains. Good stuff there. Kristen Stewart as and Jodie Foster, mother and daughter. Really good chemistry there, guys. I think Panic Room holds up. No contest. I am a B action movie guy. I love direct to video action, guys. This one, um, 3 stars out of 5. Directed by Paul Lynch. Andrew Dice Clay as the main villain. Robert Davi as the good guy. Shannon Tweed. She's like a kind of a softcore porn queen or something. I don't know, but she was all right, man. Roddy Piper's in this as a villain as well, guys. But dude, it's like Die Hard in a building, kind of, but it takes place during like a Miss Universe pageant. I thought that was a cool idea to do. So they have a bunch of these ladies as hostages, and Shannon Tweed kind of gets away, and she's trying to save the day, So some so bad it's good acting. It's got the B action formula movie cheese down. Okay, some solid action, explosions, stunts. But the acting and dialogue are kind of like that so bad it's good, that makes you laugh and you're having fun. So free on YouTube, y'all. No contest if you're in the U.S. All right, best in show. This is an all-time family favorite, guys. 5 stars out of 5. I rewatch this probably every holiday season ish, around Thanksgiving, Christmas, with the family. But it's one of the most quotable movies ever, guys. You've got Levy, what's his name? Freaking Eugene Levy, yeah, we all know him. I mean, look at the cast, guys. Parker Posey, um, Jennifer Coolidge. It's got a ensemble cast, guys. It's hilarious. It's kind of like a mockumentary of the dog show that happens. But so many great characters, guys. So many dogs to look at. But yeah, love Best in Show on this channel, guys. Last film of November. Here we go. Sexy Beast. Probably my third watch of this. Directed by Jonathan Glazer. Year 2000. I gave this 4.5 stars out of 5. One of the all-time greatest performances ever, any movie. Ben Kingsley in a supporting role, but he gets a lot of screen time. Absolutely menace, psychotic. Um, I don't even know if he's insane, but I think he's just freaking psychotic. And all-time performance, guys. Ray Winstone's good. Ian McShane is terrifying. I forgot how scary he was as Teddy Bass, y'all. Absolutely terrifying performance there. And I'm not familiar with the other actors. But hey, man, it's also a heist movie. I love heist movies. But this is one of the few films where the heist goes down and, like, I mean, I cared what was happening, but it's like I wanted to know what's going on with Ray Winstone, Ben Kingsley, his crew. I wanted to see that acting, man, and those dramatics, those clashes. So great action drama, heist thriller type of movie. And it's pretty well shot too, guys. There's going to be some screenshots that really stick out. So, bam, 20 movies in November.